Today we are making the creamiest chocolate frosting you will probably ever have, an incredibly delicious chocolate French buttercream that is made using egg yolks. So to start off, you want to separate your egg yolks from your egg whites. And we want 5 egg yolks in total, which is about 90 grams. I like to use my hands to separate my yolks from my whites, and I use 3 bowls to do this. So the middle one, which I crack my egg into, and then the other 2 bowls have the separated egg yolks and whites. Because this recipe uses egg yolks, it's super rich and creamy, and don't worry, it doesn't taste like eggs at all. Now, once your egg yolks are done, you want to transfer them to a bowl of a stand mixer. And using the whisk attachment, mix on a medium-high speed until the egg yolks become a bit fluffier and are a pale yellow color, which should take about 5 minutes. Now, while your mixer is mixing away, start on your sugar mixture. So to a saucepan, add in 2/3 of a cup of white sugar and 3 tablespoons of water. Mix that together until the sugar is coated in the water, and then turn your stove on to a low to medium heat, and without stirring the mixture, let the sugar come to a temperature of 115 degrees Celsius, which is known as the soft ball stage, which should take kind of about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, so that is at the right temperature now, and now the next step is to immediately take it off the heat. Make sure your sugar is still bubbling and hot, otherwise it's going to harden and crystallize if it cools down too much. And now the next step is to slowly pour it into our whipped egg yolks with the mixer running on a low to medium speed. Make sure your mixer isn't at too high of a speed, otherwise the sugar will flick onto the sides of your bowl and start to harden, and you'll end up with these kind of little grainy pieces of sugar in your buttercream, which we don't want. We want our buttercream to be nice and smooth. Now, once all the sugar is added in, give your bowl a little scrape down, and then turn up the speed to a medium-high and mix for about 6 to 8 minutes until the mixture comes to room temperature. And then we can start to slowly add in 1 1/3 cups or 302 grams of room temperature unsalted butter, about a tablespoon at a time, and let the butter mix a little before adding in the next tablespoon. It's really important that your sugar egg yolk mixture is cool before you start to add in your butter, otherwise your butter's just going to melt and you'll end up with soupy buttercream. Now, once all the butter is added in, the next step is to add in 1 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla and a pinch of salt, and then just keep mixing this together now for a few minutes until the frosting is super silky smooth. So what you end up with is a vanilla French buttercream, which is absolutely delicious, just like that. But to turn this into a decadent chocolate frosting, what you want to do is roughly chop up 135 grams of 50% dark chocolate. You can use semi-sweet chocolate chips or chocolate melts too, and then transfer it to a heat-proof bowl and melt it in the microwave for 20-second bursts at a time, giving it a mix in between each burst. You can also do this over a double boiler. So you just want to melt it until it's nice and smooth like this, and then just let it cool down a little bit, about 10 minutes or so, and then turn your mixer to a low to medium speed and slowly stream in your melted chocolate into your mixer, and then just let it mix for a few minutes or so until it's well combined. I like to give my buttercream a mix about halfway through just to make sure everything's mixing well. And that is it. You have a rich, creamy chocolate French buttercream that is great for frosting cakes and cupcakes and pipes beautifully as well. The only downside is that because it's made from egg yolks as opposed to whites, it isn't as stable, so it doesn't hold up as well in hot weather, so just keep that in mind. Oh my god, that is so good. It's so creamy. Literally the creamiest buttercream you're ever gonna have. If you try out this recipe, don't forget to leave a review on my blog. I love hearing from you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.